one side of the spectrum where you are highly customizing workplaces so that people can accommodate and use their strengths, and you're working on an outcome. And how does the funding model supports that kind of customization? Because there are equivalent examples in the marketplace. They are saying that employment is not supported financially, so hence we will not be able to provide services. So what do you feel, what things you're doing differently to make and deliver this model, which is highly customized and delivering very positive outcomes?
Yeah, Good Sammy's mission is to employ people with disability and provide pathways. We do that by running commercial social enterprises. So we do that by running a retail social enterprise, a digital store social enterprise, a logistics social enterprise, doing that with our Container for Change recycling social enterprise and various other waste operations. So we look at the sustainability of a business and then strive to achieve a positive margin, while at the same time employing people with disability in core roles within each of those social enterprises. So that is the core mission. So there's very much a business to run and an outcome to be sought, a customer to be served, and we're really wanting people with disability to provide those critical roles in those businesses. As I mentioned before, it's the staff behind the cash register in the op shop at the end of your street. It's the truck driver doing a home collection of recycled clothes that you're wanting to give to Good Sammy's. It's the person who is greeting the customer and counting the recycled eligible containers. It's the person who is teaching a training course to another person with disability to support their job journey. So it's very much around all of those core things. And we recognise that the NDIA is one of the largest social reforms in Australia that provides a tremendous amount of funding and opportunities for a small cohort of the overall people with disability, so 500,000 versus 4.4 million Australians. And we identify that there is a change in the commercial model of those services to be more person-centred, and that comes with choice and control. And that encourages businesses to transition to more commercial principles. So I think that is the right approach. And I think some people transition to those principles more quickly than others. And I think it really, the onus is on the business to make sure it is correctly structured, it's efficient and it's effective in the way it's doing its operation, rather than just looking necessarily at an external funding body as it's being its core source of revenue. So Good Sammy's, for example, our major source of revenue is via the retail business, through the 100,000 or so customers that will come through our doors and purchase goods. And we also are an NDIS service provider, and we help people with their employment goals that have funding in their plan. But we also employ people with disability that don't have an NDIS plan, because our mission is to employ people with disability in pathways, not just if they're an NDIS participant. And you said there is a 20% unemployment rate with people with disabilities who have intellectual disabilities, and what do you think are the things to be done from a community point of view or a corporate understanding point of view to employ more people with disabilities? Yes, I think in some ways where we are at the moment in society is some employers are probably just at the thin edge of the wedge of the cohort of people with disability. And that thin edge may be people that can work Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, that have been tertiary educated. They might have an acquired disability, that don't have complex communication or complex behavioural challenges and don't have an intellectual disability. But there was a very wide spectrum of people with disability.